Hello. I've been thinking a lot about communicating with God recently. In fact, Jeff brought it up when we were talking about prayer with the confirmation students, and that's where it really kind of clicked for me. It's like I've been trying to pay more attention and be more intentional about being in constant communication with God. There's just one catch. God doesn't always talk back, or at least not in simple sentences into my ear. So sometimes it's kind of hard to understand what he's saying. Well, I have a couple things that I brought with me to help me talk about how I feel like I've been communicating with God recently. This is a Galileo thermometer. So it's just like any other thermometer, except that these little balls go up and down to tell the temperature. And right now it says it's 72, which is just about right. And this is a storm glass. So you can see it's filled with a clear liquid and it has a couple crystals at the bottom, a little air at the top. And that is supposed to tell you what the weather is going to be, whether it's going to be snowy or rainy or cloudy or sunny. And right now it says sunny. Let's check. Looks like that one checks out too. So sometimes it's fairly easy to read these and to see what's happening. And sometimes when you're trying to communicate with God, it's pretty clear. But sometimes it's a little bit harder to tell. An old family friend of mine just got a storm glass as well, and he said he was having trouble getting it to change. And I did a little research online, and I found out that they really need to acclimatize first and get used to their surroundings. I feel like sometimes it's the same thing when you're trying to communicate with God. You need to figure out your surroundings first before you can really hear what God is trying to tell you. I find oftentimes it's the little things that lead me in the right direction. For example, as I was trying to think of an analogy about how I communicate with God, I got this text. And I knew right then, it's like, this is God trying to speak to me. This is a perfect analogy for how sometimes it's really easy to hear what he's saying, and sometimes it's a little bit more obscure. And just like with the Galileo thermometer, I can tell exactly what the temperature is right now, but sometimes you need to sit and watch and pay attention and listen for a little while before you can actually see something happen or see something change. The Galileo thermometer, the balls will drop, but I hardly ever see that happen. I really need to sit and focus on it in order to hear what it is saying, what's going on with the Galileo thermometer. In just the same way, sometimes you need to sit and think and watch and listen to be able to understand God and to be able to hear him in the first place. And I gotta tell you, after all this sitting and thinking, all I'm thinking right now is, please let there be a clear weather glass come Sunday for the benefit dinner. I hope to see you all there. Thanks again. Bye-bye.